It's a truckload of my books, and they're going right to their bookstore.
So how many did you press with the first run, Joe?
Millions.
Millions?
Absolutely millions. No, actually it was probably close to 700,000 first run. I mean, it's doing great. It's not a big bestseller, you know, but
it is.
It's not a bad one. But this isn't what I'm not signing Gustaf's Lighthouse. This isn't about. That's old ancient history now, you know. Now let me ask you. I ask all my friends, and I think I know the answer here. Have you read Gustaf's Lighthouse? You haven't, have you?
No.
You know what? There are some young people in Gustaf's Lighthouse that I think you would find fascinating. There's a young prostitute that Gustav runs into when he steps off the plane. He comes to New York for the first time, and he's not sure, you know, what she's about, but she actually turns into one of the main characters. And I think you'd like her, but they find out that they're not. I don't know. They've got different values, different things going on. He's from Norway. She's from New York. Actually, she's from the Bronx. Actually, so yeah, the prostitute.
A sex worker.
Well, it's based on based on my own personal experiences, as you can well imagine. I don't write anything from my own imagination. It's all going to come from real life.
Of course.
Now, would you like to be a character in one of my books?
Would I have to be a prostitute? No,
I don't think you could be a male prostitute, but you could be.
I couldn't be.
You could be the lost soul, the young man looking for his soul,
yes.
and you don't know what else to do with your life, so you become a gardener, and you live in Wisconsin, and you eat cheese curds, and you drink beer, and you have kielbasa sausages every once in a while, and that's the extent of your life, and you live with your mom.
I don't live with my mother.
Well, it seems like you do. It's like you're over there all the time. You might as well live there. How many times a week do you spend the night in your old bedroom there? Come on, I know. The only time you're not in your place with your mom is when you got a girlfriend you want to bring back and you want to check up. I know what's going on with you. I used to do that kind of stuff. Actually, I did it last week. When are you going to shave?
Slept in your mother's bed?
You don't shave, do you?
No.
Gardeners don't have to shave, do they?
It's part of the charm.
Is it right?
It's the gardener look. I mean, I couldn't mark myself as a clean-shaven boy.
Well, it's true. That's true.
That's not what the women want from their gardeners.
So,
you're right,
give us some gardening tips then. What do you think is the most important thing to know? If you want to have a good garden, you've already said, all right, so if you want a good garden, plan for the whole year. But what is the secret to keeping a plant alive, for God's sakes?
Love, Joe.
Oh, come on, man. You don't love a plant. How can you love a plant?
Of course you love a plant.
You're saying they have feelings and they can feel your vibes? Is that what you're saying?
I think they can. I think they can.
Now,
it's an energy.
That's right, all right. And you're feeling this energy because you are the young man with the lost soul who's looking for love, and you find love in your plants because you can't cope with the human connection.
Well, that's something else.
All right,
something else. It's like the horse whisperer. I'm like a horse whisperer for plants.
And you whisper to the plants then?
Well, it's not so much whispering as sort of. What's the word?
Have you had intercourse with any of your plants?
I won't.
Look, he's dumbfounded. He knows that I've discovered his horrible secrets.
Wait a minute. I like to set a plant or two at the foot of my bed before I go to sleep.
There you go.
I don't take the plants into bed with me. That's disgusting.
That is disgusting. But,
maybe into the shower.
It's given me a few ideas, actually.
Into the shower.
If you were to have sex with a plant, what kind of a plant would it be, do you suppose?
Probably a tomato plant.
But it wouldn't be a cactus.
Not a cactus.
No, that'd be a little too prickly, I think. But a tomato plant, well, that's an interesting thing. And of course, when you were done ravaging the tomato plant, it would no longer be edible. Is that what you want?
Well, as I see it, the tomato plant, the tomatoes that ripen at the beginning of the season tend to rot very quickly. They start to rot. They get very soft, very tender. Yet the plant would still be producing tomatoes throughout the rest of the season. So ravishing or not, the plant would continue to produce tomatoes.
Well, that's very poetic and very sensitive. You're a very sensitive young man, actually.
I am a very sensitive young man, Joe. Which is why you're going to rip me off for your next book.
I am. I'm going to create a character based on you. I'm going to call him Fritz, just to protect your identity.
Thank you.
I never understood why your mom called you Hans. Do you have any idea at all?
No, I don't. I think it was mostly an aesthetic.
I know it should have been a good British name like Edward or Henry or something like that, but Hans.
Henry, come on.
That's kind of German, don't you think? It's very Germanic.
It is German. Well,
Deutschland,
It's in recognition of World War II and the occupation.
And that's something we want to recognise, World War II and the occupation.
You know, as I understand it, she had a bit of a relationship with a young soldier.
Is that right? That's amazing. Well, I must say, I suppose you're now regretting the fact that you're taking me to Chicago, and that
now that you've gotten
and that this is going to be on for at least another hour. Now, I think we're going to end up here. Oh, good God Almighty! That's all right. All right.
I seem.
You seem very distracted. I want to say goodbye to my friends here and say that it's been lovely talking to my nephew. I'm not going to say what your last name is, but they could probably guess, although your mom's been married, and I want to protect your mom's identity.
That's right.
Because she does have an identity, much to
look at that.
Everyone's surprised. What are we looking at? Hey, look at that. Those are Wisconsin, what are they called right over there? Wisconsin geese, is it what they are? They come from Canada, you know, because Canada's like right above Wisconsin.
It is. That's the sign that spring is here, Joe.
That's fantastic. Look at them. I'll be a son of a gun. Well, spring ain't coming until next week, but that's exciting anyway. Well, anyway, I want to say to all my friends, this is New Jersey Joe, and I'm signing off, and I'm putting my thumb right up my nephew's nose, as it were, and I hope you blokes have a good time, and when I get back from Chicago I'll tell you all about it. Hopefully it'll be a good book signing, but I must say my battery's running down really bad now, so I'll do the best I can in trying to bring you into the bookstore unless it's a little too tacky. So I'll talk to you later. This is New Jersey Joe signing out.
Great to meet you.
Bye bye.